Well, I am fresh out of seeing the brand new movie Cocaine Bear, a movie which I wasn't expecting much from, but was expecting to be at least fun or at least a little entertaining. And to my surprise, it was neither. The movie kind of sucks. Oh man, this sucks. This was a movie I was looking forward to because it would either be a really smart, fun movie or it would be like a just so bad it's funny. And the worst part about it is that it's neither. It's way too boring to be a it's so bad it's funny, but also not smart in the slightest or creative really to be actually a decent movie. It's it's just not good. Like there's this like it has the potential to be so much better and it's just not. um the characters, oh my god, they're the most boring, like just whatever characters to even like to follow, which this movie is like 25% bear, the rest is just following these characters and their plot lines, and they're just boring. There's nothing about them. They're just like, I don't know. They just weren't. I don't know if it was the writing. I don't know if it was just the execution. They just weren't great. And when you have a movie where the whole reason we're going to go see this is to see some like awesome scenes with the bear doing crazy crap, the fact that you have a movie where there's plenty of instances where it'll have the bear show up, it'll be like this cool kind of like, ooh, what's gonna happen? It's gonna do something cool, and then it just cuts. It'll just cut to the to other characters doing something else, and then cut back to where you only see the aftermath of what the bear did. And while that when that did happen, there would be a few instances where the aftermath would be you might see a little bit of gore, which when it did, props to them because all the gore I think in this movie pretty much, except for a few scenes, were practical. So you'd see like a limb fall off and it looked real, but that was only very so often. Usually it would just be like a bear attack someone, it'll cut back, and you might see some blood, or you see the bear going off somewhere else or just doing something else. And you hardly ever saw anything. So when you have a thing like that and you just have it cut to characters that aren't interesting in the slightest, the whole movie just felt like it was just nothing. Like they're just boring characters walking around in the woods with an occasional setup of a cool action scene, but never hardly any action, which in a movie like this, you kind of have to have. Um, there's one kind of cool sequence involving paramedics, and that's all I'll say about that. But that's the only semi interesting part of the movie. Yeah, it's just very disappointing. It's not funny. There's a lot of jokes, none of them land, um, and it's very just eye rolling, and it's not good. Oh, man, it sucks because this was a movie that could be so much better. Um, I will say though, like there's there's a couple of moments that are weirdly edited and paced. I don't know if that was just me, but it was just so off. Like this whole movie just felt off. Like it was, I don't know if it was rushed or if they just didn't have the budget or what happened, but the whole movie feels off. It's not funny. The action isn't great. You barely see anything when it does come to the action, and the characters just aren't that entertaining. And it's like 80% of just characters in the woods in this park doing things that aren't entertaining. There's one sequence with a couple of characters that's like okay, I guess, and kind of funny, involving like a gazebo. Well, it takes place at a gazebo, so that was like the only part where I don't know. This movie's frustrating. Don't watch it. It's not great. Yeah, like a 2 out of 5. I found the movie 80 for Brady to be a funnier movie than this one, and that movie isn't even good either. So yeah, I would pass on this one unless you really want to watch it. And if that's the case, I would strongly recommend like renting it from like Redbox or something for a day. I wouldn't even buy this on Blu-ray, and it was like maybe like $5 or something. So yeah, disappointing.